Gaston is not a Disney villain we need a backstory on. Neither are the stepsisters. In fact, we don't need backstories for any of them. Welcome to Pop Talk, and let's get into it right now. What's up, movie nerds? I'm Yvonne, and once again, we're in the middle of seeing another classic fairy tale reimagined. This time, reframing the evil stepsisters as not so evil. You know, I wasn't even planning on talking about steps, because honestly, it feels lazy, uncreative, and pedestrian. But the moment I heard that Disney is considering making a Gaston movie, I just had to make this video.
Okay, go ahead.
We do not need fairy tale villains being made into misunderstood or secretly good characters. We just don't. It actively ruins the original stories by stripping away the motivations and purpose behind them. Some people are simply evil, and that's okay for children's media to acknowledge. Not every bad action needs a tragic excuse. Plus, no amount of trauma justifies what the characters do next. On top of that, these villain reimaginings tend to not be good. I never watched Maleficent.
I wasn't interested.
But I did watch Cruella, and that was only because Emma Stone was in it. And while it was mildly entertaining, and I'm being very generous there, it completely undermines 101 Dalmatians.
Keep the little beast for all I care.
Instead of an unhinged woman who wants to skin puppies for fur coats, we get a misunderstood child abandoned by her mother who just wants to design clothes while also finding justice for her stepmother being killed. Where's the actual Cruella in this movie? I mean, yeah, she's kinda bad, but not really. These adaptations have to be non-canon. Otherwise, a perfect movie just got ruined.
Well, now I'm sad.
Honestly, these movies are worse than the live-action remakes. At least those try to follow the original story. These villain movies don't just deviate, they rewrite the entire moral framework, slap the character's name on the front for ticket sales, and then release us this garbage. And that's confusing, especially for children.
I don't get it.
Kids don't have the media literacy to separate the original story from whatever comes later. These villains don't resemble their animated counterparts at all, and it muddies the water for new audiences. Plus, where's the line? When I heard about Steps, I was like, okay, maybe it's because Drusilla already got herself a little bit of a redemption arc already, and it actually kind of fit the story, I'm gonna be honest.
She's wonderful.
But I also thought they'd never touch characters like Gaston or Mother Gothel or Frollo, villains who represent very real, very grounded, and very uncomfortable evils. But then they go and announce that a Gaston movie is in the works. That's insane to me.
I can't believe it.
Why can't characters just be evil? Why do they need a reason to be bad? Why do we need to sympathize with them? And what message does that send to the new generation? That the person who seems bad is actually just misunderstood or traumatized? Because if you push that idea far enough, you end up teaching kids that they should ignore red flags.
I am evil!
It's important for children to understand that some people just can't be trusted because they are simply bad. Maleficent losing her wings does not justify essentially killing a 16-year-old. Cruella growing up as a misunderstood orphan does not justify her stealing and skinning puppies. And what could possibly justify Gaston objectifying Belle, falsely imprisoning her father, and attempting to murder the beast? And while we're at it, why are we stripping away everything that made Cinderella interesting just to tell yet another watered-down story about a falsely accused individual proving their innocence? We've seen that story 1,000 times before. It's all just incredibly sad. And yet another entry on the growing list of cinematic mediocrity that we keep getting served.
That was a good line.
Again, I am begging filmmakers, make good original stories. If you want to tell a redemption arc, why butcher a beloved classic to do so? Is it just because name recognition guarantees ticket sales? Because that's just pathetic. If you're going to claim to be a creative, actually be creative. Make something new. Make something good. A fresh idea that has strong writing, compelling characters, and an actual point.
It is my one wish.
Fairy tale villains don't need backstories. Some stories don't need rewriting. And most characters are better left exactly the way they were.
Wrap that up and give it to a child on Christmas, because we're done.
But that's it. What do you think about the new Steps movie and the Gaston movie? Do you agree with me or no? And what do you think the Gaston movie will be about? Also, click right here to check out my most recent Pop Talk. I watched 4 movie trailers for the first time and give my thoughts on what I think the movie's gonna be like. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and just remember, once you pass the popcorn to me, it's okay to talk, it's okay to text, and I'll see you later. Bye!